Okay, everybody, I'm going to go ahead and walk you through a couple of the problems that you're going to be doing today, or I should say a couple of problems similar to the ones you're doing today. This is a review of proportions and unit rate, a real big part of this unit and the next unit. It's not super challenging stuff. The biggest thing is you kind of need to put in a little bit of work setting it up to make sure you get the right answer. So what I'm going to start with is I'll do number 9 first. So number 9 says an ice skater covered 1,500 meters in 106 seconds. Find his unit rate in meters per second. So what we want to figure out is how many meters does he go per second. When it says meters per second, that means per 1 second. That's the unit rate. Now, the reason I picked this one is because this one's not going to be as obvious necessarily, or as round of a number, but it all works the same. So what I'm going to look at is, what do I need to do to go from 106 to 1? Well, it's getting smaller, so the odds are I'm not going to be multiplying, but I'm going to be dividing. Well, 106 divided by what equals 1? Well, anything divided by itself equals 1. So if I do 106 divided by 106, that equals 1. Now the big thing about this giant 1, which is what I drew here, and it just comes back to simplifying fractions, reducing fractions, which is something that you've all been doing for quite a while. If I do something to the bottom, I have to do the same thing to the top. So then I take 1,500, I divide it by 106, and I can use my calculator for that, and I get 14.15, right about there. And that would be meters per second. So my answer for that one would be, he goes 14.15 meters per second. All right? And basically all the problems in this handout are the same way. There's a couple where you're going to have to compare some different ones that are a little bit more tricky. But it all comes back to finding the unit rate and then taking it to whatever the answer would be. One more I want to do for you is number 4. This one's a little bit different. There's a couple steps to it where you could either do it in 2 steps or 1 step. And either way, you're going to get the right answer. So it really depends on your comfort level. So it says, Shane rode his bike for 2 hours and went 12 miles. At this rate, how long would it take him to go 22 miles? So if we wanted to go to a unit rate, what we would do first is we would find what 1 mile would be, and then we would take that to 22 miles. So same deal, use our giant 1. How do I go from 12 to 1? Just like the last one, I divide by 12. If I divide by 12 on the bottom, I need to divide by 12 on the top. So then I take 2 divided by 12. I'm going to get 0.16 repeating. And then the next step of this is, how do I figure out how long it takes him to go 22 miles? Well, again, giant 1. How do I go from 1 to 22? I multiply by 22. Do the same thing on the top. If I take 1.16 repeating times 22, I'm going to get 3.6 repeating hours. And that's my answer, 3.6 repeating hours. All right. Now, as I was saying, you could actually do this in 1 step if you wanted to. And in that case, instead of doing the unit rate first, you would just say 2 hours, 12 minutes, 12 miles. I want to find out how long it takes me to do 22 miles. So now, how do I go from 12 to 22? Now this isn't quite as easy as the two-step way above it. It's not as obvious as, well, you divide by 12 and then you multiply by 22. But it works the same way. We just have to figure out what the number is in the giant one. So 12 times what equals 22? I just flip that backwards. And I say, what's 22 divided by 12? And that would be 1.83 repeating. So then this is going to be times 1.83 repeating. I have to do the same thing on the top. And if I take 1.83 repeating times 2, I'm going to get 3.6 repeating hours. So you're going to get the same answer either way. It's just when you're doing it in the one step, this number here is not typically going to be as easy as it would be like up here, where it's just, well, I'm going 12 to 1, so I'm dividing by 12, I'm going 1 to 22, so I multiply by 22. But either way is okay.